Hey, this is Mike Addis. Thanks for joining me. It's always a pleasure to bring you these videos. So today, I'm going to talk about self-doubt. What does self-doubt mean? Self-doubt means that you don't think you can do things. Well, who taught you that? Your parents, your teachers. They doubt that you can do what you think that you can do. All kinds of people have inflict self-doubt upon you. But since you are now taking responsibility for your life, because we talked about this 100 times, that once you take responsibility, then people really can't influence you in any way. You just allow them to have doubt. The other reason why, that's number one. So you let other people get into your head. Number one, they tell you, well, you can't go to Harvard, you can't go to an Ivy League school, you can't create your own business because you're only 16, 17 years old. There are guys that are 12, 13 years old. I was making more than my dad when I was 16. In the summer, I made more in 3 months he made in 12 because I just believed that I could do it. So number one, you can't listen to anybody because they're going to get in your head. That's why you get doubt. The other reason why you have self-doubt is because you haven't proven that you can do stuff. You spend a lot of time analyzing things. Let's analyze. Let me read 60 or 70 or 80 books on the subject. No. One of the ways you erase self-doubt is you take action, see if you get results. Okay, so number one, you're listening to people. Number two, you got to take action, get a result. Once you get a result, the doubt disappears. There's nothing like results to remove doubt. Do you understand what I'm saying? And a lot of people you hang around with, they have doubt too. So you got a guy like you or a lady like you that have doubts, and then you surround yourself with other people that have doubt. You can't play professional baseball. I mean, you're too short. You can't play professional basketball. You're too short. You're 5'6". There's Muggsy Bowles or whatever his name was. Muggsy. I hope you can find him. Bugsy or Muggsy. The guy was like 5'6" and played amongst people that are 6'4". Calvin Hill, Hill. He was like 5'8", 5'10". They were little midget guys, and they were playing with guys that were 6'8", 7 feet tall, and they scored a lot of points. They were great players. So they had to remove the self-doubt of their height. It was inflicting their ability to achieve things. So that's all you created. It's like failure. You created that in your mind because the school system taught you that a pass, fail. What does fail mean, or flunk? That means that you couldn't do it. No, there's no such word as failure. That's made up. So number three is there's no such word as failure. The school system taught you that. Your society taught you that. Politicians taught you that. Your parents taught you that. It's all a lie. And did they intentionally try to lie to you? Well, yeah, the politicians intentionally try to lie, and the schools do too, because they want to keep you going in the system, right? But I don't think your parents intentionally lie. They just don't know. They don't understand themselves. Why? Because they were listening to their parents. Let me tell you a short story. It's a cute little story. The daughter is with the mother, and she takes out a piece of meat, a roast beef, right? And she cuts off the end and she sticks it in the pan. The daughter says to the mother, "Why'd you cut the end off?" And the mother says, "Because my mother showed me that's how you do it." Let's go to grandma, the mother's mother. They go to the grandma and they say, "Grandma, why did you cut off the end of the meat and put it in the pan?" She goes, "Because my pan was too small." That's called misinformation. So the mother and the granddaughter are cutting off the edge, but their pan is big enough. So that's disinformation. So disinformation is carried on from generation to generation to generation, from society to society to society. The way to lose weight is to eat bread and drink milk and eat all these heavy carbohydrates that make you fat. That's the American Medical Association breeded a bunch of people. Why? Because the different associations like the Dairy Association and the farmers and all that stuff, they were pushing their agenda on the AMA, American Medical Association. They didn't have an idea. They wanted to reduce their carbohydrates down very, very small and increase the protein. Okay, since doubt doesn't exist only in you. Doubt doesn't exist outside of you. That guy has doubt, so therefore I'm going to take his doubt. No, you created it out of your own brain. If you created doubt, then you can eliminate it. This is Mike Addis. Don't forget to hang around for the recap on this one. So we need to discuss a recap on self-doubt. So self-doubt is basically created. You created self-doubt in your own mind. You're doubting things because other people probably doubt that you can do certain things. Whatever that thing is, go to get a university degree, make $20,000 a month, start your own online business. Why? Because a lot of the people that inflict doubt upon you haven't been able to accomplish the things they want to do. So they're just laying it on you and you believe it. So you have to take responsibility. That's number 2. So doubt was inflicted upon you. You accepted the doubt. You created it in your own mind. It doesn't exist. So number 1. Number 2, you got to stop listening to people and do what you want to do. Number 3, you want to see and get a measurable result, because when you get a measurable result, then you can eliminate the doubt. It just goes away automatically. That makes sense? Okay, so those are really the top 3 things. And really the big one is don't listen to your parents. Listen to them, yeah, then go off and prove to yourself that you can do what you want to do. This is a good one. Rohit is the guy that does the videos, and he's the guy that says, why don't you do one on doubt? Well, you just did it. So thank him, not me. Don't forget to comment. We will see you on the next video.